Willow's runaway bride shocker in General Hospital update news. Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a thumbs up, thank you. General Hospital sees Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, and Drew Kane Quartermain's Cameron Matheson wedding at the end of this week. But is Willow going to be a runaway bride after somebody drops a bombshell? Is Drew going to be jilted at the altar? We're going to talk about whether Willow finally gets a clue before it's too late and skips out on her obsessed bad boy groom, Drew/Congressman Cutthroat. No doubt, fans would love it. I'd love it. So Willow and Drew's wedding day is fast approaching. It kicks off at the end of this week, and it's not going to go the way Willow or her fiancé Drew think it will. We know from official General Hospital spoilers there's chaos at the wedding, and it actually starts before the wedding. You know, we've got Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, Lissa Lobrecht, Kathleen Getty, Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, and Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, more desperate by the minute to stop Willow from ruining her life by becoming Mrs. Drew Kane. And most importantly, just to stop Drew from his reign of terror. This week, Portia told Willow what kind of man she's marrying. She said Drew wants Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, to look like an opioid addict. But to Portia's horror, Willow didn't even bat an eyelash at Drew's blackmail and dirty scheming. Willow condoned what Drew was plotting and said, if that's what it takes to get her kids back, that's fine because Michael played dirty, so why shouldn't she? After picking her jaw up off the floor, Portia called Nina and said, come see me right away. Then Portia says, Willow. Her whole reaction just terrified her. She's wondering, what has Drew done to Willow? Although she already knew it, Nina realizes things are so much worse than she thought and tells that to Ava Jerome, Maura West, this week. What I thought was really interesting also was that Drew has figured out that Willow was the one probably targeting Daisy and tormented Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, into leaving town. And boy, did he look like a proud perverted uncle, right? He realized it and didn't confront her. He was like, yeah, this is the woman I'm going to marry. Right? Right in his wheelhouse. And that's scary. Nina wants to shut this wedding down. She's thinking, all right, I may just have to tell the truth about sleeping with Drew. Nina may think, okay, even if Willow winds up hating me and wants nothing to do with me, it's worth it if I get her away from Drew. Curtis is equally desperate. After Portia tried to get Willow to see reason and realize she's just as bad as Drew, Curtis is going to drop by to see Portia and finds her freaking out. She tells Curtis, if you've got an ace up your sleeve, now is the time to play it. He wants to shut Drew down once and for all. Curtis recently told Nina, sometimes you have to betray a friend, and he's going to repeat that phrase this week before he actually does it. When Curtis said that, he had a flashback to Nina telling him about her affair with Drew way back when. So yeah, it looks like Curtis could spill the beans to Willow, and it's going to come as she's getting ready to walk down the aisle. Curtis shows up to the room where she's doing her makeup and says he's going to fight to save Willow, but it means he's going to betray a friend, obviously her mom, Nina, most likely, unless it's a bait and switch. I feel like Curtis is probably going to blab to Willow about Nina and Drew's fling. The only way I think he won't is if someone interrupts them, or if Willow says, look, nothing you say is going to stop this wedding. Bug off. However, we all know that bombshell is way overdue, and too many people know it has to come out. Once Willow finds out, she is in this place where she has to make a decision about her future and who she can trust. She can try and deny it and say she doesn't believe Curtis, but it would certainly explain a lot of things that Nina has said and done regarding Drew and her intense level of animosity. In the end, I think Willow is going to have to accept that. Is this wedding to Drew over before it starts? Will there be I don't instead of I do? So there are a few possible outcomes. Most obvious, Willow could just go ahead and marry Drew despite what Curtis tells her. In the end, Willow could decide, you know what the hell, I'm in so deep already, I'm just going to go. Drew loves me, I love him. His fling with my mom is long over. It was a mistake. Unfortunately, that is a very likely outcome of this scenario. At the same time, we are almost at the end of July sweeps, and Willow ditching Drew at the altar would score huge ratings. He is so hated. So we have to talk about that as another possible outcome. It would be amazing and unexpected, and let's face it, fans would love it. Can you imagine if Willow just runs off after Curtis drops the bombshell? What if Willow ran off without even seeing Drew? Everybody's in the chapel expecting the bride to walk down the aisle. Drew's staring at the door, excited to see her come in her gown, and instead somebody comes in and says, Willow's gone. Curtis would be happy to say, haha Drew, your girl ran off. The downside to that is we wouldn't get to see a wedding day Willow versus Mama Nina confrontation, which leads to another possible outcome. We could see the bomb drop, it explodes, and then there's a big showdown where Willow confronts Drew and Nina at the altar. The reason I feel like that's less likely is because Scout Kane, Cosette Abenant, is in the room, and she's just had a conversation with Willow about, should I call you Mom? So we could see her thinking about what Curtis says, and assuming he does go ahead and tell her, Willow could storm down the aisle, confront Drew and Nina, and then run off alone, leaving her non-groom and her mom shocked. I think a runaway bride scenario would be the coolest outcome, whether it comes with or without a big confrontation at the altar. If Willow does run off, she might head up to Dr. Isaiah Gannon's, Sawandi Wilson, cabin because there was a fair amount of talk between Willow and Isaiah about the cabin Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, left him. Willow knows Isaiah is going to be up there, and it's isolated. He's alone. It seems like all that cabin talk is not for nothing, right? Of course, it could be Portia who winds up running off to the cabin to be alone because she's freaking out. However, equally, it could be Willow. She knows nobody would look for her at Isaiah's cabin. Hardly anybody knows he even owns it or where it is. So Willow could lie low there to avoid Drew, Nina, the fallout, and the backlash. 3 weeks back, we reported on a rumor we heard about Willow possibly moving back to the Quartermain mansion for a while to be close to Michael and the kids. This rumor didn't say anything about Willow and Michael getting romantic, just that it was a way for her to be near her children. So, Willow might run and hide at Isaiah's cabin just for a minute to catch her breath. Then maybe Willow reaches out to Michael, tells him she dumped Drew, and asks to come back and stay and be around her kids because Michael told her, get rid of Drew. You can have the kids back in your life. This could be the watershed moment. I can't wait to see how it all goes down at the wedding. While I do hope Willow pulls a runner and bails on Drew, leaving him at the altar, we have to remember even if we get excited, even if that happens, that doesn't mean he won't be able to change her mind later. Willow is so susceptible to Drew's gaslighting. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our General Hospital Update news channel and stay with us.